reigniting love, proven strategies to get that love back again. So whether you've been in a long-term relationship or you are married or you kind of feel like your dating life with this guy is kind of losing momentum, let's get into this video so that I can help you reignite the love, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, where we teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, and high worth woman that high quality men find completely irresistible. Can I get an amen? Yes. So let's get into it, because I know you are dying to figure out how to reignite love, whether you're in a marriage or you have been dating for quite a while and you feel like the spark is dying out and you have no idea what is going on. Mama Swan's going to help you out today. Number one, did you know that the mind doesn't ever know whether something is present, past, or future? And that when you reignite a memory of something great, the body and the mind believes that it is in that moment, and it begins to awaken the same feelings as that very moment. Yes, this is a powerful tool. It's really important, number one, to start to reignite some juicy memories with this person. Just remind them of that time in Paris, or that time in wherever. Do they remember? When you start to remind a man of those good times, he can't help but remember and feel what he felt for you in the first place. So don't be afraid to take a journey down memory lane. Memory lane can be a good lane. Perhaps you can wear something that you wore on the first date. Perhaps you can do your hair the way you did. Wear those shoes, wear that piece, that fragrance, something to remind him of that moment. Show him a picture. If you're dating a guy and he seems to be kind of bored and that spark seems to have left, and you happen to have a picture of a place you visited and had an insane amount of fun, why don't you just ping him that picture and say, "Do you remember ... funny face." Okay, taking each other back to the good memories takes the body back, takes the mind back. And in that moment, we relight that flame and remind each other why we fell in love in the first place. Number two, this one might seem counterintuitive, but communicate openly and plainly. Sometimes things get stale because too much is going unsaid. Sometimes we're holding back and not saying some of the raw stuff. Have you ever had that moment where you open your heart and you talk about the ugly stuff, and it's like you've swept everything clean, and all of a sudden these rushing emotions of love and fire? Have you ever had a fight with a lover or a boyfriend or a partner, your husband, and you were so mad at them? But eventually you work it out, and after you come to the place of peace, all of a sudden your hormones are going wild. All of a sudden you're all excited. What is this feeling going on in my body? That comes from airing some of the stuff that has been sitting in our hearts and in our minds, instead of taking up space in a bad way. Sometimes we lose attraction for our partner, not necessarily because they're doing things that will make us lose attraction, but because we're not airing our views. We're not letting it be known that I don't appreciate that behavior, or when you do that, it makes me feel unsafe or unhappy. When we're not communicating and we're holding it all in, that can create an energy signature within us that is blocking affection and love and chemistry from flowing through our bodies. So that is a really good tool. That's not to say let's go and start any fights here, girls, but it is definitely a tool for you to use if you feel like the chemistry suddenly for you has died down and you can see it waning in him. Maybe let's sit down and take stock of our relationship. Perhaps let's have a conversation and say, darling, how have you been feeling about our relationship lately? Where do you think we can do better? How can we do better? What can we put in place to do better? Sometimes just doing a review of the relationship in general can be really handy. Not getting too emotional about the stuff that you're not comfortable hearing, and just going along with it will not necessarily be a bad deal. So that would definitely help. I want to thank you so much for your support of this channel. You mean the world to me. And I am so grateful that your likes, your subscriptions, your comments make this work possible. I'd really want to encourage you before you go any further, if you are enjoying this content, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with somebody that you know will absolutely benefit, because you're changing not only your life, not only the life of your friends, but the lives of women all over the world and children in ways you cannot even begin to imagine. So don't forget, before we get back to the program, to hit that like button and share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Number 3, rediscover shared experiences. Yes, shared experiences. Rediscover them. Understand that there were things that you did together that you've probably stopped doing. Let's go rediscover those things. It's a little bit like going through memory lane, but do you remember those nights when you would have dinner and take a long walk in the evening? Do you remember those times when you used to get on top of the mountain or top of a cliff and come running down and be childish and silly? Do you remember when you used to actually have fun with your partner, when you used to stay up all night and watch a whole season of a comedy through the whole night? Do you remember that? Why not relive those interests and hobbies together? Maybe you used to play tennis together. What are the things that you used to do that used to keep you guys close together and loving each other? Can we perhaps consider doing one of those things and remembering again? And planning dates that is centered around those activities is a really great idea. Number 4, show appreciation and gratitude. Oh, this is a good one. It's a juicy one. It seems like, well, I thank him every day, but maybe let's check that energy, okay? Let's check that we really are in gratitude. We really do thank God every day and are really truly grateful for our partner, and that we really let them know how much we appreciate them. Listen, I have seen appreciation and gratitude for partners save marriages. I have seen people turn their marriages around and their relationships around because they remembered to be grateful and thankful. This is something that we lose along the way, especially in relationships, because we're always seeking that comfort level instead of that connection level. And connection needs effort. The effort to constantly remind your partner, let them know how amazing they are. Like I said on my Instagram, life has enough beatings for all of us. Life has enough disappointments for all of us. We mustn't select and choose to be the one person in the world that forgets to tell our partner how amazing they are, that forgets to appreciate them and be grateful for them, because there's somebody out there who would wish for a fraction of what you have found in a relationship and the fraction of this guy that you're dating. Show appreciation and watch the chemistry and the flame come alive. Last, but absolutely not least, engage in personal development and self-development as a person. There's something sexy about somebody that you are always getting to know. You're always creating that first flush of excitement and love. You should be excited about this new person that you are becoming, and that excitement feeds over into your relationship when you're starting that new pottery class or that pole dancing class, or that something you wouldn't do, something that's challenging, something really God, right? When you're doing something new, I've been on this year-long fitness journey and it has been amazing. It has opened my world in ways I cannot imagine. And I know that filters into my relationships. That filters into the people around me, the exuberance, the excitement, the new content on my Instagram. Oh, life has come into my world, and that is sexy. When we're always growing, giving our partners something new to learn about us, seeing us happy because of something we are doing to develop ourselves. anything that makes you feel better about yourself, grows you as a person, gives you fresh perspective, is always going to be sexy and keep that flame alive. Sometimes we think keeping the flame alive is just dependent 100% on making sure the other person stays interested in us. The other person is just so invested in us that sometimes we lose the reality that when I evolve into the better version of me, into the brighter version of me, the happier version of me, the more peaceful version of me, you have no choice but to catch it like a contagion. You're just going to catch it. You're going to catch that flame and that excitement, and that will revive life as we know it. So invest in yourself, invest in your growth, invest in something new, learn to drive, you learn a new skill, learn a new hobby, keep growing, and that flame will blaze and you will reignite that love, that flame, that attraction that seemed to have gone somewhere. I hope that this video was helpful. I will see you on my next one. But in the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye-bye now.
Simple steps to join Black Swan community. Download the Black Swan app from either Google Play Store or Apple Store. Launch the app and tap on register. Put in your valid information, then tap on continue. Put in the verification code sent to your email to authenticate your account. Then log into your account. Be sure to accept all permissions displayed at installation stage to enjoy all the cool features in the app. You can now enjoy a community of high-value women with support from coaches and trainers. Book calls with coaches, chat, post, and interact with the community. Enjoy!